just like it usually does out here on the prairies, winter has settled in. It has come with vengeance. Old man winter dumped on us. So we are gonna have to go get the tractor warmed up. We're gonna have to load up some hay. We're gonna have to go clear some area in the bush. Our cattle are still all out at pasture. It's not terribly cold out, but the wind is supposed to pick up. So we have to get those cows into a nice, high, dry, cleared area in the bush, in the poplar forest. So we're gonna feed them up right in the middle of the poplar forest to keep them out of the wind and out of the elements. So we're gonna load up the hay rack, we're gonna go feed them up, we're gonna take good care of them. And then after we're done that, we got some snow clearing to do. The plow already went, but we're gonna have to clear some snow, check the waters, and all those fun things that the first big significant snowfall brings to any cattle ranch out here on the prairies. Hopefully this gives you an idea of what happened here. Oh, wild chicken. Look at this. That's crazy. Well, here you go. Hey, pup. Look at this, still coming down. Half a foot, maybe more now. My leg. Holy heck of a first storm. Welcome to winter. It's time to get the snowmobile out. Just about. Water bowl's nice and warm. Perfect. It's funny out here, you know, winter never really just nicely comes in. Like, you don't just get a little skiff of snow and then slowly, progressively colder weather. It usually just happens overnight or within a couple hours and just boom, it's here. Well, winter hit really suddenly, really hard. It is horrible out here. The wind's got to be close to 90. They say it's gonna get to 90k, which is almost what, that's about 50, 60 mile an hour. So it has picked up in the last half hour here. So I got a good loaded up with some good feed, and I got to get out, make sure that main herd's well into the bush, out of the wind, and give them some munchies. Well, if you like Prairie Sunset Ranch YouTube videos, be kind and just smash that thumbs up, the like button, and the subscribe button. It helps us out more than you'd even imagine. I'm gonna give you a second. Boom, you did it. Thank you kindly. Let's get on with the show. This is full on winter. Winter overnight. You know, started this morning, the power went out, and what can you do, eh? You knew it was coming, you know it's inevitable, so we got to get out there and get all the girls, cows looked after, and yeah, just wasn't really prepared for it. Luckily I did the water bowls already for it, so next move we'll probably be bringing those all the group home soon. Look at what this snow, this heavy garbage does to these bales. Look at that, it's just gonna be ice after. Hate cutting twine off these. Probably the worst part of the snow. I like snow per se, but that's the one part I hate. I brought my little knife by accident. Oh well. This is the kind of snow any cattle rancher hates. It's that wet, heavy, anyone with livestock I should say. It's a heavy, wet snow. No fun. Oh, somebody left me a yellow snow cone. I know better than to eat the yellow snow cone out here now. Oh, cows are waiting for me. For sure, so probably give them about 4 bales today. Gotta make sure they're out of the wind though. Get them a little bedded down. I'm gonna have to come back here. Probably bring them a wild bale and a bedding bale. I don't really want to bed them until this snow is done, so I'm gonna wait till later, before dark. I'll probably come back out here with a bedding bale. Well, taking them a nice bale here. Gonna go into the bush, then I gotta push a couple trees. I'm gonna feed them up in the bush path there. There's a nice path I saw. I'm gonna have to push a couple trees to the side there. Yeah, that's okay. But then they're basically protected from all directions. Push a couple of these trees to the side. Here on a nice little path for them. Them a couple little areas in this bush so they can get nice and out of the wind, out of the elements, especially for if that wind turns north. It is already turning a little bit, but if it does get a little nasty, you know, at least they'll have some good shelter. Gotta make my way in here, get some more bales. Oh, my horn quit working. I don't know why. Probably gotta hook up the little end. Probably came off. Well, we got the girls settled down here. They got their oats bale. I rolled out a bale down there, cleared out a large area. I still got to come back here. I'm going to bring them another one because it is supposed to get a little nastier. But as it stands right now, they're okay for the time being. I'm going to bring them actually a nice, I guess I'm going to bring them a field bale. Break up down there. The wind's supposed to be changing. It already did change from the north. So we'll get them down into that little valley there where there's a little more windbreak. These maniacs just discovered that I gave them an alfalfa bale. So they're going to town on it. It's a really nice bale, alfalfa grass bale. This will keep them going for a few days. They got a nice dry warm pole barn. I closed that door, just left about 2 feet open, locked it so it doesn't slide around, and it should be good. Their wool grew back pretty thick, if you can tell here. You know, this was not shorn too long ago, and it's already, you can tell it's repelling water. They got the linel in. Their wool goes back quick. That's why I wasn't afraid to get them shorn a little later, because they eat so well that their wool goes back crazy. Oh, we got lots left to do. I better get going. I just fed up my final bale for today. I am done. Snow's picking up speed actually. I thought it was supposed to be slowing down, but it's actually picking up. We gotta have over half a foot already. It's crazy. Just won't stop, but whatever. I guess tomorrow back at the grind. First thing in the morning, we're gonna have to be out here looking after the girls again. So that's what it's all about. See you the next day. All right, so my loader broke. Luckily my neighbor said, hey, don't you forget I welded? So I thought, oh yes, I have a welder neighbor. So I went down the road. Joe souped it up here, put a nice bead around here, grinded it, and you had to press this, eh?
Yes.
This was actually bent, so Joe had to use his press, his hydraulic press over there. And he pushed her nice and straight. Even came with green paint. Shit, I don't want that bill now.
The green paint's extra.
The green paint's extra. But yeah, no, Joe's done lots of welding for me. He souped up my disc motor here a couple times already, and yeah, so Looks great. Nice big bead around here, eh? To hold it on that pin.
Thickened it up, yeah, to hold
Oh, I'm happy with that. You did. I wouldn't want to see what it would look like if I did it. Right on. So let's go put this girl back on. Thanks, Joe.
Good job. No problem.
Well, I'm headed home with that left-hand loader mast of mine that I took off. My neighbor welded up pretty good. Looks like he went in between there. He had to do some 45-degree grinding on each side. He then filled it in, welded it, and he actually had to use his press to press that knuckle straight because it's actually bent. So it took some major stress. So anyways, like he said, if it breaks again, he said it'll probably break somewhere else other than that. Really nice job. So thank you, Joe. Wonderful job. As usual, like I said, he did weld up my disc mower. My breakaway bar on my disc mower snapped off, and he welded that up nice. So that takes some major hits. It took some major hits even this year, and hasn't cracked or fractured or anything. So he also welded the drape over my on that disc mower that holds the cover, the safety cover over. The big long arm, it takes a lot of beating, a lot of bouncing. He welded that up, it snapped in the middle, and it's still holding. So anyways, pretty happy. It's nice having great neighbors, good friends. You know, that's one reason we moved back to the farm, is just for having awesome neighbors and friends. You know, the guy down the road you can shoot the shit with and help each other out when you need it, and it's just awesome. But can't wait to get this loader back together and get that 6400 back in action. I've been using the 6110, and she pulls good through the snow, but works a little harder than the 6400. The 6400 kind of just coasts along. This girl has to growl a little bit to get through this deep white stuff. Got the mast off, just put some nice grease in there, cleared the lines, made sure it's nice and greasy. So let's get it back on.
Going the other way.
From this side.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So. All right.
No, probably.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Bingo. Okay. So, loader's back on, welded up, looks nice. Basically, we put it on the stands. These are actually very easy to get in and out. I do keep it greased, so it was the bushings, the pins came out really good. The bushings look good, so yeah, should be good as new. I tightened up back here. There's a wedge, so I snugged it up so there's not play. But what happened is this broke away. This was pushing back. It came all the way back to here, but it's all solved now. So thanks to a good neighbor and a good weld job. So all right, let's get back at her. Let's get the old 6400 fired up. Let's check the oil. Well, we are trying to move some of this snow from this our driveway in the other farmyard on the east side there. There's a lot of snow to push. The drifts are outrageous. The snow is really heavy, but it's moving. It's slow. So there we go. Glad I got this tractor loader going, because 6110 struggled with the snow. It doesn't struggle, it's just much easier with this one. I got a path here at least for the bales, so that's a good thing. At least I can grab some bales when I need them back here. Well, I have a feeling this is gonna be one of those winters like this. It just seems like it has all the indications. Got away real lucky for a long time this year, so I think we're gonna pay for it. Weapon of choice. Need my pitchfork. What do you figure? Yeah. Oh, love this holder. Everyone needs this. Got my sledgehammer there. Hoyt took my cattle cane, of course, because it's a good sword. Well, we bedded the heifers down in the woods here. Right now, it's where their water is. That's the south. So the wind's supposed to change from the northwest. So in here, they are well protected from the elements. So you can see how we utilize the bulrush bales. We just break them up. I left the core in there, but they'll spread this around. And you know, oh, I gotta spread this a little thick. But this is the type of deal. The bulrushes come in really useful for bedding out here in the bush. So that's what we use the bulrushes for, that you always see me baling up. I really like them, and we really utilize them. As you can see, they got a nice bale there, but the calves pick at it and they eat whatever they want from it, and then the rest is used as bedding. So heifers look good out here. We're probably gonna be bringing them home in the next week or so. I got a little bit of preparation for the calf area. I got to clear out their lot and get them home, get them weaned finally. Hey, what do you figure? Well, I have to say that weld job really fixed this the looseness of this loader up. Like it was pretty sloppy before. It might have been fractured for a little while, and then that tree finished her up, but it's lifting like a wheel loader now, baby. It's lifting really nice and smooth. It's not as clunky. So yeah, pretty happy so far. I hope it holds up, but wouldn't see why I wouldn't. But we're almost done feeding up the cows here. We gave them a nice alfalfa grass bale, and we fed some a couple slew bales, a couple wild bales in their feeders, just to keep them going through the night. And we'll do the same thing tomorrow and the next day and the next day. But anyways, loaders, man, look at that. Nice and smooth like butter. Oh! Ay, ay, ay. Oh, heavy on the hydraulic oil. Yikes. Gotta do an oil change yet. So, very behind the 8 ball here. Wow, what a crazy storm. Let's check the oil. Oil looks good, looks dirty, but these tractors are getting Rotella T6 probably in the next week. Weather's supposed to get a little warmer, so we'll super up then. Let's go start this old girl up. Fire up the gold plugs. In this weather, see, I don't have it plugged in. I'm gonna take it to our yard. I'll plug it in and everything because it needs a full service anyways. Shut it off. Fire up the glow plugs again. Do it a couple times. I did put diesel 911 in the fuel. I don't know how much was in the fuel tank because I think this weather kind of snuck up on us. So I don't know how much was in our bulk farm tank when it got delivered. So I always put a little bit extra in the tanks just to make sure we don't have a gelling issue or anything if the weather does dip down. So I kind of prepare for this. Oh yeah, she started good. So we're hooked up to these this Hutchmaster disc set. So I gotta back this out and go and hook it. I'm pulling this disc here, I'm stuck. I mean, like, there's so much snow here. There's like, I'm trying to pull it through like a 5-foot drift. Go. Now the discer unhooked. Hopefully it stays up. Yeah, there we go. Well, much like clearing all this wonderful snow, I am done. This is Aaron signing off. I'm throwing in the towel for today. We will catch you next weekend with an all-new Prairie Says a Ranch farm vlog. Be there or be square, my friends. It's a goodie, I promise. Bye for now. Have a great week.